In this video, I want to share with you some late summer finds that I've bought from Marks & Spencer's and one from Uniqlo as well. Hello and welcome, or welcome back. So I just want to say that Marks & Spencer's has not been my go-to brand for a very long time, and I am absolutely delighted that I've rediscovered it, and it is actually all down to my personal stylist. I say my personal stylist, the personal stylist that I engaged to help me with my wardrobe a couple of months ago. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below for you. She recommended Marks & Spencer's for jeans. So we're going to come to that in a minute, but I have actually found them to be a really fantastic brand for lots of other items in my wardrobe. Now, when I say brand, I actually mean store, I would say, because what they've done, Marks & Spencer's, is they have actually embraced other brands as well. So they do stock other brands apart from their own. However, all the items I'm going to show you today are Marks & Spencer's own brand, and they are all the more affordable for that. So let's start with these fantastic sandals. One of the reasons I wanted to buy a pair of tan sandals was because one of my wonderful subscribers recommended that I try a tan belt with this very navy blue dress that I modelled in another video, which I'll also link down below for you, which was kind of a development of my personal stylist session where I took on board some of the things that she'd suggested. And one of the things was buying this navy blue dress, although she didn't actually recommend that I buy this dress. But I think it was part of that sort of overall aesthetic that she suggested I go for, which means more V-necks, which I do struggle with a bit these days. But anyway, this is a V-neck. I'll put a picture of that. And this is a Cos dress, by the way, which may well be on sale now. So anyway, back to the tan sandals. And I think this lovely subscriber suggested that I wear a tan belt with this dress. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I probably need some tan sandals as well. Anyway, back to the sandals. Sorry about all the waffling. These sandals are so comfortable. Now, they are made of leather. They have a footbed, which, of course, for us women over 50 can be very helpful, and it certainly is for me. They're super comfortable. They're very soft, and I have worn them for quite a few hours, and I found them to be very, very comfortable. My feet didn't ache afterwards. They're £45, which I think is a really good price. They come in black as well as in tan. Now, I bought these in a size 37, which is a size for British shoe sizing. And normally I'm now a 5 because I have this sort of bunion-y thing going on. So the top part of my foot is wider than it used to be. So I do prefer getting a 5. However, in sandals, because my toes are splayed, as it were, they're not all sort of tightly packed into a shoe, I find that actually a 4 is fine because my foot length hasn't changed. Obviously, it's the same length. And I don't really want anything that's too loose at the back because my ankles are still very narrow. So a size 37/4 is perfect for me. And I can't recommend these sandals highly enough. I really love the look of them. I think they're very aesthetically pleasing. They're known as gladiator sandals. I don't think I've ever had, well, actually, I have had gladiator sandals years ago, the ones with the straps that you used to tie up, half up your leg, which always used to fall down, I found. But anyway, these are really comfortable and I absolutely love them. And by the way, they go beautifully with this tan bag I bought a few months ago as well, which I'll link down below for you. And of course, they go really well with this Uniqlo belt. Now, this Uniqlo belt is actually a man. They call it a vintage belt, I suppose, because the buckle is kind of a bit vintagey looking. I really like this square buckle, you know, not one that's open at the side. I like a full buckle, as it were. I think it looks really nice. And I've actually got the brown leather version. I bought this a couple of years ago, and when I was trying to get into belts, which I still struggle with now and again. But anyway, this one goes beautifully with the sandals, as you can see. And I think it's £24.99 at Uniqlo, and it's very versatile. You can wear it with anything, and I think it looks really stylish. Now on to the next pair of sandals that I bought at M&S, and these are they. And I happen to know that the white version of these, because they do come in white as well with a silver buckle, is on sale at the moment, so worth taking a peek. Now, these were the same price, the black ones, as the tan sandals. They don't have such a raised footbed, but they're still fine. I have worn them for a good few hours, like the tan ones. And let me show you something. £120, £45. Now, it has to be said that these, although they are leather uppers, they're not quite as soft as these from Air and Grace. But honestly, £125 to £45, is it a difficult choice? I don't know. They are beautiful, these. They really are, and I have talked about them before. And they're very, very soft. But honestly, these are really good for the price. They're very stylish. Again, I took a size 4/37 and they feel really solid and I think they look really stylish. So I'm really delighted with these. And as I say, if you want the white ones, you can get them for, I think, half price. And while we're on accessories, I just wanted to mention this bag. Now, I have talked about this bag before in a recent video, but I bought this at M&S and this is a beautiful leather bag. Now, it's not cheap. It was £79, I think, but it's all leather. It's super comfortable. It's got little pockets inside for your valuables, and I usually wear it crossbody, but actually it looks quite nice just slung over one arm as well. I wore it when I went out on Saturday and I think it's really quite classy, and as we know, these type of bags are incredibly popular at the moment, so worth taking a peek if you are after a leather bag, and it does come in black as well. Now let's talk about mom jeans, or let's talk about jeans. Now, when I did my video on what I learnt from the personal stylist, I did buy a couple of pairs of jeans from Marks, which I kind of liked, but they weren't very comfortable because I'm a slightly in between size. I'm usually a 12 in Marks because my waist is big, but the 12s I bought in the jean brands that I showcased a few weeks ago were too tight around the waist. They just weren't comfortable. So I decided to try the mom jeans, and honestly, I went a bit mad and ended up buying 4 pairs. Now, I know that they are high-waisted and they can make me look a little bit like a refugee from the early 90s, but honestly, I find them really comfortable. And as we know, those of us who are in our 50s, 60s and beyond, particularly our 60s and beyond, I'd say, are after comfort, aren't we? I think in our 50s, perhaps our bodies haven't changed quite as much, but when we get to our 60s and beyond, we can find that our middles thicken a bit. One of my closest friends, who's always been an amazingly svelte woman, and she's got a fantastic figure, but she says, and she's a little bit younger than me, she's in her mid-60s, she says her waist has started to thicken quite a bit now, but she's never had any spare fat on her. She's always been very lean looking, but even she's not changed her eating habits or anything. So I think it's just a feature of being postmenopausal, I guess. So that's why I think having trousers that have waists that are comfortable is really important. Now, I did try a bigger size in the jeans I just talked about, tried a 14, but they just didn't look right. The bum, because I don't have a bum really, the bum sort of hung off me and they just looked all wrong. And I suppose I could have had them tailored, but seemed an awful faff. And actually those jeans were a lot more expensive than these. Anyway, get to the point, Des. Come on, show us the jeans. Right. So this is the pair that I'm wearing on repeat. This is mid blue, so it's not the lightest, but it is one of the lightest. And I've also got them in ecru, dark blue wash and black. And they are so comfortable. The waist is just okay. They have got a little bit of give in them. They're 99% organic cotton and 1% elastane. But actually, you can feel the elastane. Can you see? I am able to pull them. So that 1% really does seem to count. And I just find them really comfortable and stylish. Yes, they are high-waisted. Yes, if I'm honest, if they could be just a little bit looser around the waist, I could pull them down just a tad because I've got a very short waist. My waist kind of starts almost under my boobs. But I really reach for them on a regular basis, except when it's super hot like it is today. But I've worn them and worn them. I took them away with me when I went to the coast recently. And I absolutely love them. And the black ones and the dark blue ones will come into their own in the autumn winter season. And I have worn the ecru ones. In fact, again, I styled them in my stylist update video, which I'll link down below for you, as I said. And I'm getting a lot of wear out of them. And they're super affordable as well. I think they're $39.99. And they're definitely winners for me. And I have tried on a lot of different styles. And these mom jeans seem to suit me, even though I'm a grandmom. And finally, just to mention, and I think I may have touched on this in another video, this lovely linen shirt. Now, I haven't got as much wear out of this yet as I would like because the weather's been so weird. It's either been quite cool or very hot. But if you're looking for a linen shirt, this is really good quality. Again, it's an M&S brand. It comes in a few other colours, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think pink is involved and possibly blue as well. But I wanted to go with a neutral colour because those of you who watched my channel before know that I like neutral colours. And so I do find this a really useful colour to wear. I think probably in early September, if it cools down a bit, this will really come into its own. But if you're looking for a linen shirt, it's definitely worth checking them out. And finally, these earrings. Now, what do you think of them apples? I saw these in a newsletter that I get. I think it was from Vogue or it was Who, What, Where. No, it can't have been Vogue. It was Who, What, Where, this newsletter. And here were the earrings. And I just thought, oh, for a tenner, I was going to order something from Marks anyway, another pair of jeans probably. And I thought, these look really good. I'll just give them a go. And I think they're absolutely fantastic. I really, really love them. And I think they go beautifully with the dress. And I am gravitating more towards gold jewellery. I think since I got my hair lightened, it's making me gravitate more towards gold jewellery than silver. So there you have it. That is my very quick and dirty rundown of some Marks & Spencer's finds and a Uniqlo as well, which you might want to add to your late summer wardrobe. So let me know in the comments, do any of these tickle your pickle or tickle your fancy? What items have you been bringing into your late summer wardrobe? Let us know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because all those 3 things help my little channel to grow. And it'd be so fantastic if you would join the Des fam. And if you can't get enough of me, I have a monthly newsletter. And in that, I don't just talk about fashion, beauty and lifestyle, but also music, books, podcasts, TV, film, and all the other bits and bobs that enhance our lives. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.